What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is NyanRacingCat. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is ShadowFaxx. The map is Oasis. It's currently 1-1 in this best of 5 series between these two exceptionally gifted players, both playing some very strong Age Mythology. The Titans in the first 2 games, ShadowFaxx taking down Nyan's Oranos in game 1, and Nyan taking down ShadowFaxx Odin with Kronos in game 2. Game number 3, new game, new day, new life, new me. Who knows? Oasis against Kronos, maybe a completely different story. However, this gold mine is yucky. This gold mine is going to be tough to hold on to. So ShadowFaxx is going to have some sort of idea of advancing fast here. There's another Nilla player who joined this tournament by the name of Rappel. If you saw some of his games, he fell victim to the Kronos aggression on the Mediterranean this season, simply because he's not used to it. Because Kronos is kind of an underplayed god, and a lot of the strong Titans players can do completely fine against any sort of Kronos aggression because they're used to it, they know how to defend against it, and they do their thing. So we'll see if ShadowFaxx has something up his sleeve here, and if NyanRacingCat goes for something different here. It looks like he's going for another Kronos rush. Going double Kronos rush 2 times in a row. Nope, he's going... Yes, he is going for a double Kronos rush. Unless he goes for a 4-minute here. House and Temple queued up. This is going to be disgusting, I'm telling you. This gold mine is awful, and NyanRacingCat's got to be loving his life. Not only that, this hunt is sort of far away. I mean, it's right on this sentry tower, so you can get watchtowers to gather it, but we'll see how long ShadowFaxx can gather. I'm surprised to see him not go for double Ulfsark on Oasis. It's a fairly standard strategy for Odin to get all of the goats, and then if you get them all, well, not all of the goats, but at least a lot of them, then you can just move back onto the goats and eat them. And we see the temple down the bottom here yet again. Not where I want the temple. I want the temple in the hardest place for the opponent to see it. So right here would be beautiful. We see the oracle moving in. We'll see this location. The house is set up nice and in range of the town center. We can throw up a wall here. But I imagine that NyanRacingCat is going to hit this location first. Temple coming in for Nyan. He is going for a Kronos rush yet again after seeing the success of the first game. ShadowFaxx getting his temple up on time this time. How much food in the bank? He's got 315. One more dwarf. He should be able to advance. Go up at 4 for 410-ish here. Got to get those gatherers under control. There's the 400 food, and the temple's up, and Freya is incoming. So a little bit behind, still going to get hurt just a touch by these oracles here. House coming up over in this location. It's nice and protected by the town center, but I still would like to see ShadowFaxx get that adaptation of longhouses next to this town center to be nice and safe. And we see the oracles moving in here. Villagers gathering this, push those oracles back. Then they're coming in, and it's going to be Prometheus. There we go, coming in at 340, just a little bit behind the 330 advance time there. I'm not sure what went wrong with his build. Pretty hard to get it wrong, but maybe such is life. And now the Promethean coming in. Going to throw up a second temple over here, trying to put some path blocking down for the time being. Houses and everything. It almost traps that Promethean in here as it's searching for the temple, and he will be finding it. There is the temple. I'm surprised to see ShadowFaxx not just build a second temple. He knows it's coming. Second temple. Get the resources back. Does pick off one Oracle Scout, though. And the Valkyrie comes out regardless. That's absolutely huge here. Longhouse coming down nice and safe this time. Second Ulfsark coming out. Third Ulfsark coming out of the town center. I like this decision here for ShadowFaxx to cut some villagers for Ulfsark. This is reminiscent of the 5 Ulfsark strategy. And we do see the counter barracks returning home, potentially. NyanRacingCat not going for a second town center behind this. Maybe he is. He's got He's got some resources. He does. So he's gonna be going. Generally speaking, you go for. Oh, he's not. He's making Terma. This is not good for NyanRacingCat at all. The village is returning to the hunt up here as well. The Ulfsark going to be pumping out like there is no tomorrow. ShadowFaxx does need to mix Hersa into his army though against the Kronos. Oh, we see a nice forest fire here. Not quite enough to pick off anything, but gets a lot of damage done on that citizen. The Oracle's chasing this around with that... Oh, and the forest fire is doing huge damage to the army. They're not paying attention here. Gets completely decimated there. Loses so many units as he's pulled that army into that forest fire. You cannot run into fire willy-nilly there. Obviously, the Norse units, much more strong, can deal with it. But if you're a weak Atlantean unit, that fire does some serious burnage to your soul. Grabbing some goats here. The Ulfsark moving forward. Lone Wanderer has come out here. Medium infantry on the way, and this is a different game against the Uranos here. There's no shockwave, there's no speedy Terma. In fact, the Ulfsark chase the Terma down and kill them, and we see him going to be able to hit the citizen here. He gets a nice surround trying to finish it off, and the Promethean not letting it escape. Their path blocking does finish off the citizen. The Ulfsark going to be retreating with their entire life intact, almost losing this one, but there is still a Valkyrie left? Yes, there is. Can bring that one in and heal these guys back up nice and fast if he wants to. The whole Hersa coming in, dealing some serious damage over onto this Promethean. We do see the Ulfsarks turning back in to hit NyanRacingCat population 51 to 54, except the army composition for ShadowFaxx is so much better. We see him able to snipe down Terma left, right, and center here with those Ulfsark trying to dodge some of those arrow fires. We do see the Valkyrie falling. It's potentially a little bit too aggressive here from ShadowFaxx for the time being. He does need to retreat at the time being. Only 4 Ulfsark here, and against those Prometheans, he needs a little bit more to deal with that. Still pumping them out? No, he's not. He's kind of not. He's kind of cut them, so he may be thinking try and get to the next stage, but I like the idea of pure aggression against the double Terma, because if you're going for pure Terma, you actually gather more resources because you're gathering less food, and the wood gathers significantly faster than food does. So when you're building those Murmillo, it does slow your economy down just a little bit. So if you go for a semi-fast heroic, you will be greeted in kind with another semi-fast heroic. We do see him picking off some of these Terma here that are getting a little bit overzealous there. Nice micro to pick off the low HP one. And at this point, look, they can't hit the Ulfsark. They're just too speedy. Look at them being speedy. Too speedy. Now, throwing Axeman. Can't be building throwing Axeman against a double counter barracks Atlantean. That's a big mistake because those throwing Axemen give the Terma a value. And Terma have very little value without anything to kill. So these die very quickly to Terma. So if your opponent's going mass Terma, do not build throwing Axemen, regardless of how dire it is. Save that wood for farms. Keep building those Ulfsark, even raiding cavalry if you want. There's the temple coming up now. It does have to garrison into that sentry tower to try and protect one of those, or protect those infantry units. We see the Ulfsark coming in here, and he takes a lot of damage there for some reason. Nice play by Nyan to get that off there. Throwing Axeman back onto the temple. It's looking like ShadowFaxx may be wanting to build a bunch of Valkyrie here. He's got 25 favors, so he can afford one. The Valkyrie, big unit to help out. This gold mine getting sort of close to falling, to finishing here. I tell a lie, it's got 1,300 gold left, but this might be another Scardy timing push for a gold star from ShadowFaxx. He's throwing up farms, so he doesn't have that many goat left, and maybe not enough to advance. I don't think. Maybe he does. Maybe he has enough to advance here if he cuts units, which it kind of looks like he's doing. Yep, he's cutting units. He's building one Valkyrie. He's going to be raiding around with these Ulfsark as best as he can, trying to dodge these units. He keeps on moving through the same location. I'd love to see him sneak up around this side and go for a raid up here, but We do see NyanRacingCat going to be moving out. He's got so many Cryo Ballista, and he's way too close to him. Takes a huge amount of damage there from those Cryo Ballista. Even though he moves at 5.28 speed, it's kind of like splash damage that the Cryo Ballista do. And we see the Dwarves moving out to this gold mine, moving the wrong way. He's probably going to be spotted here by this army as the Ulfsark are going to be called back to their base as NyanRacingCat is on the march, and we see some raiding cavalry now getting built out for ShadowFaxx. Another deconstruction onto ShadowFaxx's temple. But NyanRacingCat does not know about this gold mine, and he's going to be spotting that this gold mine's gone or he's actually seen it. He's seen the gold mine's gone, and he sees the dwarves over here. This could be the push that completely wins NyanRacingCat the game. The Valkyrie's out going to be juking around, dodging those termite. Got to keep juking. Can't not juke that one, but he does. And the Ulfsark all on top of the Terma over here. The Cryo Ballista not microing onto the Terma. This is absolutely huge as those Ulfsark just completely melt the entire army of NyanRacingCat. That single Valkyrie completely won that fight there as the Cryo Ballista were focusing that, and the army of NyanRacingCat gets completely destroyed. And ShadowFaxx is absolutely winning right now. And NyanRacingCat's going to have to figure out some way to secure this gold mine. And I don't see it for him at all. ShadowFaxx has got blood in his side. He's got the Raven chilling over here just to check if anything moves over. Looks like he's moving it. I like this position here. This position is good. Leave it there. Two Promethean offsprings getting pushed back by the Ulfsark as well. ShadowFaxx moving in with the raiding cavalry. We do see some catapulties out. They're not as good as Murmillo, but with the raiding cavalry, they do have something to hit and do the damage. But we haven't seen it yet. We are seeing ShadowFaxx bouncing around here. He doesn't really know what timing these villagers finish the gold mine, but he will be spotting it. It's definitely going to come this way. We see the Raven moving over, checking out this gold mine. I like that decision there. He's going to notice it, and the villagers do finish that gold. Going to be moving forward now onto this gold mine here. How much gold in the bank for Nyan? Only 152, so not enough to do too much. ShadowFaxx, on the other hand, still producing units. Making some throwing axemen yet again. Don't like it. Stop making throwing axemen. Ulfsark raiding cavalry. Good choice. Throwing axemen. Don't like it. But he's moving around this side and he's just letting Nyan mine gold. You've got the Raven over here. What don't you see? You think he's over here? He can't be. There's wood here. You know there's a big wood forest here, so that's a constraint. And this is huge. This is giving NyanRacingCat a big advantage here. Not that it's going to be maybe enough to win the game for him, but able to mine that gold mine for quite some time is huge. We do see the raid coming in. The villagers do get pulled back, and ShadowFaxx is trying to get a surround on a citizen, but he does not manage to do so. And he's going after the manor here. These citizens can just pop out and then run to the town center. I don't think he's going to be able to kill these. Does look like he's giving it a go, though, trying to get the surround, not letting the citizen get out. He's going to be making a run for it this way. That might not be enough. Oh, no, he's going to make it through to this manor. It looks like ShadowFaxx trying to get the surround, but not able to. And he sees the gold mine gone. So you got to go and find a gold mine at this point. These dwarves here, they don't matter. Bring them forward. Use them in your army, and you go for the jugular. It looks like ShadowFaxx is retreating back, sees an army to kill instead of villagers. And now, for some reason, where's his second Raven? I don't know. Where his second Raven is. Making Valkyrie. Going to be advancing to the next stage fairly soon. There's the armory up. And NyanRacingCat retreating back to his base. Or somewhat. Keeping ShadowFaxx in check. He needs to think about getting out medium cavalry. Such a huge upgrade for the raiding cavalry of Odin. They do a lot of damage at 8.0, but they really don't have that much HP. So when you get the extra 10 or 11 HP from a medium upgrades, they survive for long enough to start really dealing the damage. But haven't got it yet. We see the Prometheans trying to push through this wall. The army's still chasing around the Kronos here, making me very, very upset. We are gold villagers and we're the most important units in the game, and we're just doing this in the middle of nowhere, and you've got this army I can't beat. Let's not go and attack it. Just roasting ShadowFaxx. Just ShadowFaxx things. Oop, the termite cannot make it through here. One little known fact I'm not sure about on EE, but I'm pretty sure on Nilla, you can actually delete these wooden wall segments. I think the wall still functions exactly the same. I could be wrong, but I think it does. If you just delete the wooden wall segments. Now we see ShadowFaxx going for a cute raid onto the gold mine, second town center on the way. We do have Skadi here. Hyperion coming through for NyanRacingCat as well. This army is now looking a little bit too scary for ShadowFaxx to win without his well, I guess without his frost. And we do see, oh, nice surround here onto the citizen, but the citizen does get out and into the mana there. Another mana getting time shifted in. Hyperion, Skadi coming in. The units moving back, going to be grabbing this town center here. And still no heavy infantry for ShadowFaxx. These, or anything of that nature. No medium raiding cavalry coming through. His raid is going to be distracting. Moving over onto this. Imagine having a forest fire now. Just saying. Could be huge. Imagine paths blocking all of these citizen and just forest firing this. Just imagine it. Be beautiful. And there's the 3 town centers here for ShadowFaxx. And it looks like, I mean, obviously the safe play here is just to rush Mythic Age for ShadowFaxx. He's got the farm set up. You can just spam out villages, get the market down. He's got resources to boot, and just go for a Ragnarok here. The gold mines are all forward, and NyanRacingCat is too far behind to set up any kind of significant defense. But there's the chaos, using it nice and early. But the Frost Giant, oh no, the Frost Giant will tear through this wall for him. That's nice. And he'll probably even move on to the armory and do some serious damage. And there's a hill fort coming up for ShadowFaxx, trying to secure this location over here. The raiding cavalry going to be moving in. The Ulfsark getting chased around by the Catapulties. Ulfsark beat Catapulties quite considerably here. He is turning around. There we go. Going to be destroying these Catapulties. See how little damage they take. Now the raiding cavalry hitting these villages over here. See if he can get some value. We see the huge army of NyanRacingCat coming in, going to be preventing this this location. And there's the Frost. Meanwhile, villagers jumping into this location over here, running away from the manor, and getting away from that gold mine. And no advance time just yet from ShadowFaxx, but he's awfully close, waiting on 13 gold. And there will be the Balder coming in very, very soon for ShadowFaxx. There it is. ShadowFaxx knows his win condition and he's playing around it. And that's the one to do. And Frost almost finished here. He's going to have to bring his units back. Still no medium cavalry is making me a little bit bummed. His armory gets picked off, and I don't know if he's got any armory upgrades yet. No, he doesn't. This hill fort is very, very close to going up, but it might not make it. As these units are just about to hop out, and there's the hill fort. That's enough to scare this army away, surely, plus all the rest of these units coming in. Raiding cavalry onto the back. These are very slow units here. The Satyr, though, plus those Caraballs, a nice turnaround, forcing ShadowFaxx back. He just doesn't want to fight. He's just waiting to finish off Nyan with a big Ragnarok. Sitting with 113 population. 2 town centers to build. You're going to build an extra, 6 villages or something. Maybe 9 villages from that. Oh, no. God, I can't do math. 12 villages. That's how many you get in the time from 2 town centers building consistently from the time you click advance time. So if you know that, you should fill the rest of your population up and leave that pop space for those villages. Coming back at this gold mine yet again. So many citizen here, and he's finally getting some sort of value, but he's going to get 1 citizen pick off. Finally gets that surround. It's so hard to get raids onto Atlantean. Meanwhile, we see another citizen getting picked off, helping with the hyena as well. It's preventing that town center there. There's the Balder. And does ShadowFaxx just immediately Balder here is the question. It's probably going to work for him. You can see the population of Nyan at 130, 130. Not enough food to advance, I don't think, and an implode will come very, very soon if he doesn't just go. He does cast Ragnarok. The population is at 266. Love to see a wall over here. We see a couple of units coming over to check this town center. And all the Rag heroes are going to be moving forward now. Do see some random units in the middle of the map going to get cleaned up. Fire Giant destroying these units here. Down center. Still not up just yet for ShadowFaxx. See the walls coming up. We've got a palace up for Nyan. He knows he has to hold on to this gold mine for as long as he possibly can. Do we see an advance time just yet for Nyan? We do not. He's spamming villages, making towers everywhere. This may be dangerous for ShadowFaxx if he falls for attacking this. With enough towers here, with enough Caraballister, he will be able to defend, but this gold mine will fall very, very fast if ShadowFaxx puts some attention, but he's not. God, he's got idle. Idle. Going after the Migdol, after the palace here. We'll tear it down. Probably going to take down the town center as well. Fourth town center for ShadowFaxx. How much food in the bag? Enough to start a decent re-economy here. Does not have any trade though. That's the big problem. See the Ark is taking down a couple of random heroes of Ragnarok. And Ragnarok heroes on the top here. Going to be hitting these villages. And Nyan in that moment does decide that it is completely lost. Taps out. GG. Well played by, what's his name? ShadowFaxx. Well played by ShadowFaxx. If you enjoyed this game, well, honestly though, I hate to say it, but you can win these games much more efficiently, much more deadly, if you are aware of the gold mine situation for Atlantean. And that gold mine does finish a little bit later for Atlantean. They don't need as much gold. Or do they? I don't know. They don't need as much gold. 40 gold for 45 gold for Terma, and for the Murmillo it's only 30 gold, as opposed to a different civilization, say like Greek, who's using 80 gold for their Hippocon, or Norse, which is 40 gold, 50 gold for the raiding cavalry, and the gold mine just goes, and also 70 gold for the dwarves. But for Atlanteans, the gold mine doesn't go that fast. So you don't need as much gold, so it's a little bit later. And when that timing hits, you got to find those gold mines, hit them, and then that's the way to go. Anyways, well played by ShadowFaxx. Gets the win regardless. Up to 2 wins, 1 win away from remaining in the Champions League. If you enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.